Hello, chat. You know why? You know why I'm sparking stream? Because I feel like I was either gonna work out, and I'm tired today, so I'm like, let me fucking just stream at least for a little bit. At least for a little bit. You better be positive. Kless, every time you're in the chat, I'm not gonna be positive. Cause I see yo bitch ass in the chat every goddamn time. Alright, man. What is that music? Wait, hold on. Oh, I think that's my PlayStation. I'm like, what the fuck is that triumphant ass music? Okay. I'm losing my fucking mind right now. Triumphant ass music. Okay, chat. Okay. You said good thing you chose us over working out? Yes. Yes. Because I was going to work out today, but then I feel like I need a break. I need at least a 1-day break to a 2-day break. Because I'm working out too consistently. But how's chat doing, bro? Can y'all believe? Bro, why they gotta put the Power Rangers in Fortnite, bro? Come on, man. Let's talk about that shit. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? You know I don't want to come back to Fortnite. I do not want to come back to fucking Fortnite, bro. Every time I leave that shit for good, they do something to bring me back in. Oh my god. Somebody send me the trailer in the chat. I don't even want to search it up. I want chat participation. Oh my god. They're running out of IPs for real. They really are running out of IPs. They're putting every IP on that shit. It's in the community already. All right, so let's just scroll down. Hold on. How's chat doing though? Hope you guys had a great Tuesday.
Okay. All right.
Damn, bro. He fell. My man was tumbling. You said you have a bad Tuesday? Well, hopefully it gets better, man. Hopefully it gets better. August 9th, August 10th. I gotta download the beta. I haven't downloaded the beta. You know what's funny, chat? Yesterday, actually, I deleted Battlefield 2042 and I went back to Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1 is so much nicer, but I feel like the lobbies are more dead. If that makes any sense. The lobbies are so dead in Battlefield 1 compared to Battlefield 2042. So I deleted Battlefield 2042, re-downloaded Battlefield 1, played a couple, probably 30 minutes of it, and I'm like, damn, this shit is dead. Deleted that, and I re-downloaded Battlefield 2042. You've been sick since Friday? I hate when that shit happens. I hate being sick. The last time I was sick on stream, I took 4 days off, remember? I was streaming every day of the week. If you're still looking for Battlefield 6 Early Access, I gotta watch 30 minutes. So I guess I gotta dedicatedly watch Tim the Tap Man. I gotta watch Tim the Tap Man. But do I get a PlayStation code? You said you should have gone back to Fortnite to get Chun-Li so I could stare at her ass with the emotes. I can't lie, bro. I saw Chun-Li in Street Fighter 6. Yo, them new skins is looking crazy. The summer skins. I got my lube out. I got my petroleum KY jelly out. I got my sodium chloride out. What's this? Okay, the unique mechanics of a racing game. How long is this video gonna be? You know You notice this is a short stream. Please.
If I were to ask you about mechanics that would always stick for years
minutes!
on, what would it be? Even if we only count from 20 years ago.
30! Bro! That's a Breaking Bad episode! Fuck! Happy 39th anniversary to the Metroid series. Yo, I saw the Yeti release a Metroid shirt, and I feel like getting that shit as a tank top. That shit looked fire. It was like Samus with like a Metroid. So yo, so you should do this as well. JRPG's mostly been playing the past few years. How many of these did I even play? Barely any of these shits. This guy put Scarlet Nexus as peak? Boy. I mean, the story did get kind of crazy toward the end. You said anyone getting a free skin? I didn't even see it. Enwa getting a free skin? Why Enwa?
All right, today will be your first day with your wands. I'm gonna teach you the
Harry Potter.
basics and then a few fun tricks. The first thing you're gonna wanna note is to be careful when holding your wand. Your magic is always pouring into it, so you wanna be deliberate with your words, okay? Because they could be magic words. For example, levitate.
Oh shit.
Levitate is a magic word. Now, notice it didn't proc again when I said it a second time, because I was already using it. But again, I stress, you always want to be careful when you're holding your wand. If you don't know all the magic words, you can
My
accidentally fire
cosplay
off
for Otacon and enemy knock is ready.
Zero copy with the tear, motherfucker, too. Damn, my cosplay for Otacon. Otacon and Anime NYC is ready. Oh shit. I'm gonna go regular and basic as shit. But zero copy, thank you so much for the tier 2, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, baby.
Right.
Where's
like,
Otacon happening?
Incinerate and then oh my. No. Oh! What? You just blew him up? No.
Oh no.
No. Yes! He is blown up now. Only his clothes
DC?
remain. Okay, well, help him bring him back. There has to be a way. Do not point that at me. Bro, chill. I ain't gonna. No! Bro, stop saying stuff. I didn't mean to do that. Clearly. Why isn't there a way to turn this off? This is stupid. Oh my.
Stupefy.
I'm so sorry. What? What happened? Nothing. Okay. Well, help me figure out a way to bring the instructor back, man. You just standing there. What do you want me to do? What? Because I'm pretty sure he had a book with all the magic words in it, and you blew it up. So now we're both blind. We're going in blind. Not helping. If we don't figure this out, people could die.
Oh. Die.
Put the damn wand down. Okay. Revive. Respond. Heal.
Reactivate.
Rewind. People could die. Put it down before I kill you. Okay. Rewind again. It doesn't work twice. I'm done. What doesn't work? Shut up!
That's crazy. Double die. He double died, bro. W Club City. He double died. What? What? I want one of these. You said missed an opportunity to make the bucket the toy soldier bucket. I ain't gonna lie. Kinda true. But fuck the toy soldier bucket. This should look better. It got Woody and Buzz on it, bruh. I think this will look better. I want that. Woody and Buzz chilling on a cup. The Nikkei stuff. Let me see this shit. Let me see this shit. Absolute PV, the strongest unit of Elysian, the perfect special forces, now upgraded through tactical enhancement. The tactical upgrade story event, August 7th.
Starting today, Rappy will no longer be part of Absolute. From now on, missions will be carried out by the three of you only.
Okay.
What's Rappy done? This is all so sudden.
Rappy, why?
I won't stand for it.
You know what? I went to her room a few days ago and saw a bunch of notes stuck all over her desk.
Wait, go shopping together, go check out new toys at the toy store, eat a giant parfait, take photos at pretty places, have a pajama party together?
They were all things she wanted to do with us.
Oh.
You know what? We'll be doing all sorts of missions and spending more time together as a team. We're gonna become closer than ever. You may end up getting jealous. We're going to be a well-oiled machine. We'll be perfect.
I didn't want any of you to stop because of me.
Since our adorable youngest's working so hard, we have to do our best too, right?
So long as we use the most perfect tactics,
shit.
no matter the enemy or situation, we will always clinch a flawless victory. That's what makes us. If you're determined to walk that path, then I'll walk it with you. I'm counting on you, Junior Blockhead.
Oh, they're not covering her cheeks. Hold on. I saw people on Twitter complaining about that shit. They were like, yo, they better not give her the Makima coat treatment. They showing some buns. So, A, Enwa covering that gigantic ass Yumi Kolioko forehead. W. Yo, Emma's so bad, bro. And she sweat and then she dry off with her steam.
There's really something. Want to give it a feel?
The baby with armpits?
Commander, I get flustered when you look at me like that. Could you look that way instead?
How much does she buff? You saw the buffs on her, bro? She had a whole 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 buffs.
That way instead?
Vesty going crazy.
We are the best of the best. We are absolute.
W absolute. What? This is cute as fuck. Come on, man. Y'all ain't gonna make Enwa cute for me, bro. Come on, man. Watch. Give it a couple months. They're gonna give a cute outfit to Crow bitch ass with her creepy ass pulsating eyeballs. Fuck Crow. Hell no, man. They make every character I don't like cute as fuck. It's free though. This a free skin. It's so cute. She blushing too. She a damn tsundere. She's like, stop looking at me, Commander. It's not like I like you or anything, stupid ugly jerk face. Give me that forehead. You gotta log in for it? Oh, that's perfect. I'll log in. New chapters. Oh my god. Where are we, on a mother whale or some shit? Past solo race seasons to be available. Wait a minute. What the fuck does that mean? Past solo race seasons to be available permanently. No new. So is it just there like for practice? You said if I've done the latest chapter? Hell no. I'm up to it though. Oh my god, we got more Lost Sector. I'm cooked! You said you could run the OG solo raids and get some rewards? Is it just like gems or do you get the frames? I doubt that they'll give you the frames. This looks nice though. Very nice. Very clean. You said you can? Oh shit, so there's a chance they'll give you the frame? What's this? It's Leo. They took him. You said they said frames if you surpass the recorded score. Hey,
Raphael,
at least I could try to get some frames.
I was out and I did it. I fucked April. I don't know why. Is that the truth? Damn. Yeah, well, Leo found out and we got into a massive splinter.
Oh.
Did you lose? Does that really matter? Oh, so you lost? No, I fucking won. I mean, it's wrong. Nigga, what is with you? You thought that this was okay? Did you get tired of beating it? No. I just wanted the real thing. Me too, bro. There's only one reason why I don't do it. Tinder is not the place for a rat person to ask to clap some cheeks.
What?
Splinter. Leo. They took him. Leonardo. Yeah. Casey said that you look like the Cheeto guy.
The Cheeto guy?
Sorry, never mind. Shut the fuck.
He said you look like a Cheeto. You look like a Cheeto. Crazy. New Super Mario Brothers collection coming to the series 40th anniversary. Contain Super Mario DS. Shut the fuck up. Nintendo ain't gonna do some shit like that. You tell me Nintendo coming out with a new collection where it comes with new Super Mario Bros. DS, new Super Mario Bros. Wii, and new Super Mario Bros. 2 for the 3DS. I call cap on that. Nintendo instead is gonna release each and every one of them individually and charge us each $20 a month. That's cap. That's cap. I only believe it when I see it. I only believe it when I see it. You said would have gotten the ick instantly. Like you stupid, but what? Oh no.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's
Nah, bro gotta be freaking tipsy as hell because my pina coladas is gone.
£200 off for a family of 4. We've got millions of free
Also, I'm not gonna lie, I hate this meme. I hate this meme. Every time I hear somebody's phone goes, "Darling, on my hands," nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. I'm like, turn that shit off. I'm tired of hearing that meme format. Get it out. You said I love it? Joshy Washi. Let me show, bro. This guy built a mock Amazon delivery missile that literally launches packages like rockets.
This is how I made hundreds of these Amazon-themed delivery missiles into proposing that Amazon adopt a new delivery method.
Imagine you see your package coming, and it's a Predator missile coming to your house, and you're like, yo, I think my perfume's coming in. Coming straight down to blow your shit up.
They could do 30-second delivery and deliver our packages via missiles
What?
by blowing up our front door and shooting the packages in at 10,000 miles an hour. So step one was to cut a bunch of aluminum tube to length and then bring it over to the milling machine to cut windows in it. And the missile body was made of 3 parts, and when those were done, I started cutting out the fins. But pretty quickly, I gummed up the aluminum cutter and had to unclog it. And when that was done, I deburred everything and started assembling the rear section of the missile. And then I moved on to the front section and put the front fins in. And then I went to the laser cutter and got this iridescent piece of acrylic and cut it into a bunch of different windows and then pressed it into this body. And you can see the inside there's small PCBs.
Crazy.
And I got this miniature Amazon box from Amazon, which is meant for doll houses, and put these little stickers on it. And then put that into the nose cone and covered it with an acrylic shroud that I got machined. Then I assembled the entire missile body and got it anodized. And then I started doing research into the iconography and fonts used by the U.S. Air Force and found
Okay, let's be real. This shit will come to your house very quickly, but you might die.
Specific font they use, and then made this Amazon-themed graphic, which I then brought to a screen printer, and they were able to screen print on the logos for me.
That's crazy.
I think Amazon's gonna sue me. So
True.
the Amazon brand and logo are both trademarked, but there is a workaround which is called fair use, and fair use is for artistic
purposes. And if you transform it or you're
good thing you put this in the video.
it allows you to use those logos or trademarked or copyrighted
materials. And I talked to a lawyer before I started this art project, and they suggested that I add this legal disclaimer right here. Now, all this stuff can obviously be argued in court.
Nova!
Figure out what my real name is or what my business address is.
What's up, Nova? Thank you for the 4 fucking years.
Got the leaf from the tree, then brought it into my laser cutter and
Thank you, Nova.
carved my real name and contact details into the leaf. And then I went to a public park and found a tall tree and climbed up the tree and super glued the contact leaf to the top of the tree. And so hopefully the only way that Amazon is able to sue me is by climbing that tree. Afterwards, I ran into an issue. I wanted to make hundreds of these sculptures, and just the first one took me 2 months. And so I made blueprints, and then I sent those blueprints to China.
What?
Then 2 months later, I got a large shipment of missile parts from China.
Okay, he's playing, bro. There's no way. I thought he only made one of them. He started mass producing these things for fucking what? Just for memes?
And I hired a bunch of people to set up a missile assembly line and figured out a way to mount the sculptures on the wall so people could display them. How much are they going to cost? The first one I sell will be $30, and the next one that sells will be $60, and then $90. And then every time one sells after that, we'll add $30.
Oh, that's not fair. You're telling me about this shit now? I would have loved to have one of these on my wall just for shits and giggles. Now, I bet it's going to cost like $500.
$30 until it reaches $9.90, and then it'll be capped. And I'm just going to release them all at once, and then it'll be a frantic first come, first served as everyone tries to get the cheap ones. And instead of
Too
doing
late
a
to get
limited
into
edition,
Nikkei.
I'm doing something that I haven't tried before, which is a limited time
You trying to
release,
get?
where
You want me to get
for
into
2
Nikkei
weeks,
now?
as many people as want them can have them.
We chilling
as
for a
long
little
as the website doesn't crash. The last thing to do was make a bunch of crates to ship the missile sculptures in, and so we made a couple hundred crates, and then I also made this print release because there's not really that many of the super discounted ones, and I just wanted to make sure that if people wanted something that was affordable, they could get that. And if you work for Amazon, I really think that we could work together and revolutionize shipping here. You guys would increase your profit margins, and we would get our packages much sooner, so let me know. And if you would like a sculpture, they're on my website, sunnynobia.com. Thanks for watching.
Crazy. I don't even want to know what the latest one costs. It's probably so expensive. Yo, thank you, Radrico. Spider-Punk animated film is in development. They're going to have a Spider-Punk film? That's going to be dope. I'd watch that shit. New Ronald McDonald commercial in 2025. They brought back my boy Ronald. He's not in the like ether anymore. Are we going back to OG McDonald's? Get rid of the corporate look, McDonald's. Go back to the colorful shit from like the 90s. Grimace. Hamburglar. Ronald. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Look, I love McDonald's when they're in their like era like this, where it's just a bunch of fucking colors and they reintroduce the characters. That's what made McDonald's so beloved. I don't care what anybody says. Hamburglar, Grimace. We got the Duck Lady. We got Ronald McDonald. We got, come on, man. You said Mayor McCheese. You know what's crazy at McDonald's? I just love their nuggets, the fries, and the tenders, and like the snack wrap. I'm not a person that likes the Big Mac. I am not a Big Mac connoisseur. Maybe I got to try it this year or some shit again, because I think I ate a Big Mac once and I was like, I ain't fucking with this shit. I ended up liking Whoppers more from Burger King. The new snack wrap is ass. I heard that shit is ass. I didn't try it because I don't want it to like get ruined.
I'ma plug up and tell them bring 4.
Then I kidnap his kids and tell them bring more.
Yo, what is up with you?
Fuck.
Old heads, nigga. Why did y'all get away with saying something?
The most craziest lyrics.
What was that obsession with raping little kids and kidnapping them?
That's not hard. That's never been cool. It's never been a flex.
Why was y'all trying to make this shit a flex back in the day? That is so fucking crazy how comfortable you niggas was for saying this shit. Yeah, man, I'm a fucking badass, man. I'm a thug to the bone.
Cause I touch little girls, man.
I'm all in that motherfucker.
I'm talking about in it, like...
Kidnap these kids and tell them to bring more. Bro, this was a full legitimate lyric.
That you wrote down and took to the studio.
And placed on a fucking beat, my nigga. And you committed to that motherfucker and your producer said, yeah, this is hard.
That's gonna get them.
Ass fucking lyric. Nigga, no, dude. That's crazy. That's not lit, man. What's up with your homie supporting this shit, bro? We gotta check the whole block after this. We gotta
annihilate the whole block after this, gang.
Fucking nuke it. At this
Nuke
point,
the block.
Too many niggas supporting your crazy ass. Fuck out of here, dude.
Looking through a window, now my body is warm, she's naked, and I'm a peeping Tom. Her body's beautiful, so I'm thinking rape.
Fuck!
Told you, man. It just goes. Oh my.
You're gonna have to drop a napalm strike on that shit. He says, while photographing the Arctic Ocean, a seal came out to breathe. Hey! Oh! I would've pet little bro's head. Man, what you doing here, little guy? I would've pet little bro. Look how he goes back down. You just start waddling. Bye-bye, little dude. You say, I don't think he can get out? I would have tried to pick him up. I would have tried to pick him up.
The top 8 was established, and I know guaranteed you guys will not be disappointed.
Yeah, and our winner side of the bracket is freakish. There's so many incredibly talented.
The second he started busting it down, they transitioned. They were like, wait a minute, guy in the background, he has free will. They should remake this. You don't remember this anime because if you did, you wouldn't say that. Which anime? Top 10 anime, by the way, if you disagree. Look, I ain't gonna lie. I loved Ouran Host Club. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody says. I grew up watching this show, and I thought, like, this was the first reverse harem show I've ever watched when I was younger, and I was like, this shit is fire. Plus, it was funny as hell. It was a very funny show. I thought it was fucking funny. My favorite characters were the fucking brothers that used to get all the bitches in the host club to pay the money because they used to act gay with each other. I know that shit sounds suspicious, but every time they started acting gay with it, were like, oh brother, let me help you. Let me wipe the white cake off your lips, and then the girls be like, yo, this show is fire. And then everybody, what was the protagonist's name in the show? Wasn't it Haruhi or some shit like that? Wasn't it Haruhi? Haruhi, man, I love this show. I don't care what anybody says, bro. And then I think I remember Honey. I forgot everybody else's name. I remember Honey and Haruhi. But everybody else, I don't remember 100%. I don't remember. But you say, is it peak? I enjoyed it. I enjoy it. I watched it like, I'm talking like maybe like a good like, I don't know how many years ago. Maybe like a good like 8-9 years ago. Damn, I'm old. Damn, I'm old. But it was a while. It was definitely around like high school I was watching this shit. That was a good show. The ending was a banger, yeah. But like I said, this was like my first reverse harem. Usually like animes just do like a bunch of harems where like the guy's walking around and every girl wants to fuck him and he's just oblivious. Like, I don't know why everybody likes me. But then this was the first show where like shawty is a girl. I kind of like forgot like the premise of the show, but she went into the host club, started acting like a dude, but then everybody in the host club was like slowly getting attached to her, and I think like not knowing that Haruhi was actually a girl. Was that what it was? You said Maburaho? Bro, Maburaho was another show I watched when I was younger, and I was like, yo, this shit is fire. Vic voiced Tamaki. He did great. Oh, yeah. He knocked that shit out. I definitely remember, like, I think, like, Edward Elric was voicing one of the characters in there, yeah. Reverse harems, such a hit or miss. The Wallflower Peak comedy
Reverse harems be such a hit or miss. The Wallflower Peak comedy toe.
I never heard of the Wallflower. It's probably a good watch. You said the blonde girl? But yeah, chat. If you haven't watched Oran Host Club, that is a pretty good show, and it's very funny. Very funny. Castle Crashers DLC tomorrow. Oh, here we go, man. Here we go with the Castle Crasher shit once again, bro. The end of Evo Evangelion. Oh my god, yeah. This guy's reaction, I feel like it's gonna be like generational. They could just make as much memes as they can with this guy just literally having the most like crash out. Like he looked like he was about to explode. He's done the impossible. So he did a marker flip. You capping, bro. Why do I see this shit right here looking a little suspicious? You put magnet on that. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. The trailer's actually crazy good. Oh, it's my first time watching this trailer.
When the bugs came, everything we knew was taken from us. Hope faded faster.
Oh my god, they took the hot dog, the glizzy. Tfue!
We thought it was the end of times.
The banana! Oh shit! No, bro, nah, this shit is cold! This shit is cold, y'all don't even fucking know! Bro!
It's morphin' time.
Woo! Oh my god. Woo! Nah, dude! They going stupid! And that's cool because they actually got the characters then like in costumes doing like, oh my gosh, nah, they went off on this shit. Oh my god. Woo! With the blaster. They got the gamer girl IRL. Where's in real life Tfue? The Megazord? Yo! Fucking Megazord, bro! They got Halo characters too? Bro, they got the Megazord and shit. Oh my god, bro. Nah, that's sauce, dude. Like my inner childhood, my 90s childhood is coming back, bro.
Taunt Pep style also. If you want those deets for the easy BP grind, I'll let you and chat know.
You says if you want the deets for the BP grind, bro, if there's a way I could finesse the BP and then just go all the way to the end and get all the rewards, I feel like then it will be worth it. Because I ain't gonna lie, one thing I hate is that when I buy the battle pass and I don't finish that shit, I hate that shit. You see this in glitch maps, bro? I need that Green Ranger shit. I think I saw like a picture of it, bro. It's the Tommy Green Ranger. Yo, they better have the fucking shit where he goes with the fucking the Megazord flute, bro. They better have the Megazord flute. You said, why do you buy it before finishing it first? You're right. Oh, you know why I buy it first sometimes? Is because you get more EXP if you have the pass. But my dumbass, you know. What about the Black and Gold Ranger? No, shout out to that. Fuck it. I'm just gonna call it the Gold Ranger at this point. I kept calling him Black. That Gold Ranger, that's I think another one that Tommy is in, right? That one is fire. Insane. Insane. It's Jover. I bought YouTube Premium on a whim, and I don't think I could ever go back. I'm not going to lie. I low-key did the same thing. I remember when YouTube Premium was telling me, hey, you could get... It was in the Google Play Store. It was like, you get 3 free months of Google of YouTube Premium, and then they'll start charging you after. I was like, let me try it. Ever since I got that shit, I never went back. uBlock is still doing wonders for me. You know what it is too, chat? That makes it good, I'm not gonna lie, is in mobile. When you have it on your phone, for example, you could download YouTube videos on your phone. And when I'm walking to the train and I close my phone and the audio still plays in the background, I love that shit. You said YouTube revamped. Is there like an actual app that I could just finesse it? I had YouTube Premium for 1 free month trial. Oh, and YouTube Music come with the shit. I keep forgetting about YouTube Music. There is? Is it like an APK file? Ah, y'all gonna have to let me know about that APK file then. Hold on. Y'all gonna have to mention that shit to me. Recreating the same thing he did 10 years ago against the same opponent. Same face.
かなりこの時嬉しかったですね。あれ横でこれちょっと待って。
Yeah, he getting possessed, bro. Yeah, he getting possessed. Spotify, the only app that I can't get an APK anymore. They locked that shit down. Want a break from the ads? That's all you hear, and you're like, nope. Get me out of here. Want a break from the ads? This is cool. Wait a minute. Death Note to Joker? Nah, bro.
Yo, what's up?
Yo. What's up, man? How you doing, baby? Thank you for the sub. Retexy. What's up, man? What's up, man? War of the Worlds movie adaptation starring Ice Cube debuts with a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. The film's tagline is, "It's worse than you think." Yo, no way. No way. It was that bad? Game industry analysts expects the following for GTA 6. $100 price tag. 10 billion lifetime revenue. 500 million a year from GTA Online sales and 1.5 billion production costs. God damn. You said, yeah, $100 price tag is not happening unless bundled with an online currency, but the rest seems about right. Bro, GTA 6, they can easily price this shit at $100 and people will bitch, moan, and complain and they'll still buy it day one. Like him saying that's just not realistic, he capping, bro. I feel like they can most certainly price it at $100 and people will still buy that shit. They don't care because a lot of the core fans of GTA, they've been waiting for years. It's the same thing with me, with Kingdom Hearts. If Kingdom Hearts 4 came out tomorrow and they were like, Kingdom Hearts 4, $100, I'm dropping that 100. Yeah, I'll complain a little bit like, oh man, what the fuck? But I'm dropping that 100. Kingdom Hearts 4, that might be like the only game I'll do that shit for. I'll drop it. I'll be like, yo, Nomura, take my 100, please. Kirby has the Monado's power. Kirby is not a Keyblade wielder. He's simply imitating the abilities of Sora's Keyblade, specifically Sora's abilities in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This conveyed by the fact Kirby's Keyblade is an amalgamation of stars loosely in the shape of a Keyblade. There are significant lore implications for someone to be able to wield a Keyblade. The idea that Kirby could become able to use a Keyblade simply... Okay, I can't read the rest. And then he said he got the Monado. Sure, why not? Look at Shulk in the background showing... No, that's not Shulk, that's Dunban! That's Dunban over there in the background! What's Dunban doing back there? He's just standing there. Otakon has the new PASWG art people. What is that? What is that? Netflix will help you finish spelling the name of the movie that you're looking for and then tell you that they don't have it. Yo, for real! That was me with like the That 70s Show. They used to have it and then I typed it down one day. It was like That 70s Show. And it's like, we don't have it anymore. Do you want to look for stuff that is similar to That 70s Show? I was like, no, I'm looking for the That 70s Show. I don't want to see anything that's similar to it. I want to see that. RDC versus Maximilian, dude at Evo.
I'll accept it. But here we go. Ready? So it goes round one fight. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay? So here it is.
Rock, paper, scissors?
Round one fight. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh, okay.
Oh, draw.
Round two fight. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, he got the paper.
Ready? Round four. Whatever. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, here we go. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh.
That's two. Okay, here we go.
Uh-oh.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, max counter. Wait, that's the guy that does this. He's there too. Oh, 2-2. 2-2. They gotta strategize.
I'm gonna need some tea. I'm gonna need some honey sticks.
Like, imagine like in a real life scenario like that. Be like, all right, there's a 1 in 3 chance Rock destroys Scissors, but Scissors gets countered by Rock. Paper cuts. Paper doesn't cut. Fuck. What do we do now? It's just like percentages. 30, 30, 30. Or what is it, like 32.5? I don't fucking know. 31.8. Fuck. Throw paper. Fourth idea, gun.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh! Oh my god. Oh, first to 5?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Ah!
Here we go. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Ah! RDC went Ultra Instinct. RDC went Ultra Instinct. Uncle just admitted to not believing in space. Like the entirety of space. Who? I just got back from going out with a friend's family. Why did this blow up? Who is he talking about? Me, I don't believe in the moon landing. I ain't gonna lie. But space, I most certainly believe. I definitely believe in space. But the moon landing? Hell no. The motherfuckers in that footage, how they had the camera on the moon? Now let's talk about it. How the fuck they had a GoPro? How the hell they had a bipod camera recording the landing? That shit make no sense. And if I'm floating on the moon, I'm gonna be moving like this. Motherfuckers in the moon was like this. They had strings on their back. That shit's Hollywood. Come on. Come on, man. That shit's Hollywood. When they were on the moon, they were like this. Hell nah, bro. That's not real. They met Deoxys up there? The space launch was not ready in Moss Deep City. Let's keep it a stack. The space launch was never ready. Every time I went to the space launch in Moss Deep City or some shit, they were like, the space launch is imminent. Bitch! It's been 5 years! What do you mean it's imminent? It's been 5 years! Space launch is imminent, my ass. Gazer. Oh nah, speaking of Soluminati, he released a video recently where he was spitting so much facts. He was talking about like the state of streaming and that every new person that's trying to get into content creation and streaming, they're all trying to do IRL shit. And he was spitting facts. He's like, bro, he's like, nothing beats like sitting in your desktop and just gaming or just talking to chat. But everybody want to be outside with a goddamn streamer backpack, like causing havoc and chaos, running through the city and shit. You said they launch rockets once a week? I gotta be in that rocket. Let me see. Lore accurate. Mr. Fantastic versus Luffy death battle would end with Reed turning that punk ass straw hat into a condom and then using him to crack Susie as the final shot of the fight. What? Lil Tay launched an OnlyFans on her.
Link, speaking of the moon.
Bro, You know how angry this shit made me when I read this shit the first time? I'm like, you telling me Shorty turned 18 in frame 1 she made $1 million? This shit ain't fair, bro. This shit ain't fair. This shit is just not fair, bro. This shit is 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 not fair, bro. $1 million? $1 million? Give me $1 million. Fuck. Just in, Transportation Secretary Duffy to announce expedited plans to build a nuclear reactor on the moon. Why do we need a nuclear reactor on the moon? Give us a moon base, bro. I'm trying to be over there like the kids next door. Come on. Fuck nuclear reactors. I want a moon base so we could go over there like the kids next door. I want to be like Nigel Uno hitting one of these. I'm trying to be in the moon base. You can't go to the moon base without energy. Oh, you're right, Oddity. Hold on. So we need a nuclear reactor over there so we can have energy. And then with that energy, then we can make a moon base. So if the reactor blows up, we also got to deal with meteorites landing on Earth. True. And you know for a fact, if the moon blows up, we're fucked. Because that means that that means that the water tides is going to be all out of whack. He said he doesn't believe in the moon landing, but he want to go to the moon. Yo, on God, I do not believe in the moon landing, but I do want to go to the moon. Oh no, for you, run away. All right, we're fine. Hold on, this should look good. $8.12, new shakes, 6 souvenir tins. Souvenir tins, where are the souvenir tins? These are the souvenir tins? Oh! I want the Grimace one. I want them all! Oh, these are clean. I want them all, bro. Nostalgia kicking in hard as fuck. I want all of these shits. I want them all. But I'm not gonna lie though. This picture right here. Look at my boy Ronald, dude. Look at the whole crew. This makes me happy just seeing this shit. McDonald's needs to go back to shit like with colors, bro. Fuck these corporate McDonald's that's looking nasty. They all look like Starbucks. This shit looks delicious. You know that shit got red 40 and tartrazine, but fuck it. Fuck it. For you, Ronald McDonald, that sounds suspicious. I ain't gonna lie. Watch, Meat Canyon is gonna make a video out of this. You wanna take a sip out of my blue drink? Come on, take a sip. That red 40 hitting different? For real, bro. For real. For really. For really. Okay. If you show up to work on your days off to kick it, you're a loser. On God! On God. I used to see people on Twitter say some shit being like, oh, I would go to work on my days off to like say hi to coworkers. I'm like, you're bugging. You're bugging. On my day off, I stay as far away as possible from my job. You must be out of your mind. I will not go anywhere near my job when it's my day off. I stay away. You do that? Tokyo BT? Okay, you know what? Tokyo BT, I'll probably give you a pass. It also depends on where you live. Maybe your town, maybe where you living at is not too crazy, like too much shit happening. So you probably be like, man, let me go to work to see some of my homies. He said, what the fuck? You want to see your coworker on your day off? Maybe you have a crush on your coworker. You know what? Let me play devil's advocate. It's awkward. It's awkward when you have to shop there. You have to say hi to your work wife. Maybe. Ketchup on tacos deserve public stoning. Okay, that's a little excessive. That's a little excessive. I've eaten some tacos before, like if I have a taco con like carne asada, right? Sometimes I put a little ketchup if I'm feeling a little dicey. A lot of the time I put this shit on it. Where's it at? Oh. Tabasco. This shit, you hit one of these and you hit one of the... Yo, crazy. Crazy delicious. Oh, he put OD. Never mind. I didn't look, me, I was talking about a dab, right? I put a little, like a little squirt. This man put it on the whole shit.
That probably looking like this big. This shit bang.
Nah, you see, look. This shit, first of all, there's no like, I like to have onions, cilantro, put tomatoes on that bitch. If peppers, if you want to go peppers, I like to have like some veggies on that shit too. And then you know what I put on top of that? El limon with some green sauce or some red spicy sauce. Damn, my man ate that shit with no veggies, just straight carne, tortilla, and ketchup. Yeah, that is low-key diabolical. I can't lie. Yo, Cammy, what's up, baby? Y'all ever get a text and say out loud, bro, leave me alone? Yo, I'm not gonna lie. This is why I don't even... Yo, there's people in my real life that I genuinely fuck with and I like them, right? Like, for example, I'll be like, there's some shorties that I know where I'll be like, I think you beautiful, I think you attractive, and I like you, and we got chemistry. But me, sometimes I would never spam text somebody just because of the fear of this shit right here. Like, I would never want to text somebody a lot and then, like, imagine me being that person where, like, somebody be like, bro, leave me alone, stop texting me. I always feel so self-conscious when I text people. That's why sometimes I would barely be hitting people up sometimes because I don't want to feel like I'm a burden type shit. You say, bro, I just be ghosting people if they bothering you. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. Because sometimes I just don't want to be annoying to people. So I'd be like, damn, I like them, but let me not like spam text them. You say new Tekken character. I heard that there was a little bit of controversy about this character because they were like, how come they wanted like her skin complexion to be a bit darker and they wanted them to like fix her face a little bit more. But I mean, the concept art of the character, she looks great. I like the, you see the bangles she got, like the cuffs and her legs and shit. This should look cool as fuck. I don't know why. She's showing too much skin. I don't think so. I mean, she look like a fighter. New Virtual Fighter project. Okay, I seen a little bit of this. I seen like the footage of it. It's kind of like a demo. Generational Crash Out. Okay, we're back here. As much as I love Wilds, having it as Game of the Year would be a genuine negative to the industry. Oh, I heard a lot about that. Yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds, I don't think that shit's gonna get Game of the Year because of like all the optimization issues and a lot of people complaining about it. And I feel like Monster Hunter taking such a long time to update this shit, especially on PC. So I feel like when it came out, that shit was definitely a Game of the Year contender. But now that time has passed, it might not win Game of the Year because obviously other games are out there that's going to beat it. But I know for a fact, though, Monster Hunter Wilds is one of those games that right now it's getting shit on. But give it I feel like give it more time. And when they start like releasing more content for it and then they start releasing more patches for it, it's going to just gradually get better over time. It's gradually just going to get better over time. But, I mean, you know, it's unfortunate. It might not win Game of the Year, though. Expedition winning, I'm calling it now. Saw Wilds and high negative on Steam. Yeah, I told you guys that. On Steam, that shit was, like, bright red, overwhelmingly negative because it wasn't optimized and a lot of people were pissed off about it. He said, haha, you thought with the goofy face emoji. I think I seen this. It's 2025 and my...
About a wire back.
You clankers!
Silver number crunching clanker!
Why won't you adopt me? Because you're silver!
Sir, there are two... Because you're silver. That's why I won't adopt you. Because you're silver. Why won't you adopt me? It's cause you're silver. You said fuck Oddity. I was sweating to get second place, trying for the first, and then comes out of nowhere. Yo, look, is this shit? Look, I won't even try. I saw how high some of y'all got on this shit, and I'm like, and I was like, nah, y'all take this shit serious. Y'all take this shit serious like it's Evo Grand Finals. Once I saw my number go from Retro, went from 13th place to 28th. I said I'm good. I said I'm good, bro. I said I'm good. Nah, these guys got it. These motherfuckers going crazy on this shit. Oddity first, Cool J. Look how much higher Oddity. Oddity's up by like 30K. Then Cool J, Indigo, Simi, Gonzo, JJ, and then Synchro. This shit's insane. Bye bye Butterfree. This is from Bye Bye Butterfree, right? I recognize this panel shot from anywhere. Bye bye Butterfree. Butterfree wanna go fuck a pink Butterfree. I can't blame bro. I ain't gonna lie. Butterfree was like, I got to go. This is a pink Butterfree. I'm trying to get my. This when Misty and Brock separated at the end of the Johto anime. All right, Sora, you got it. You got it, bro. I laughed at this peak clip for like 10 straight minutes. Okay, we back. We back. What's on YouTube? What's on YouTube? You said, me personally, Wilds is my game of the year just because I've been having so much fun. However, I won't ignore the issues in the game. Capcom is making significant strides to improve the game, making it more difficult, challenge quests, and new end game. You said nothing. Hop on Nikkei. Y'all want me to hop on Nikkei? If I hop on Nikkei, it's gonna be if you don't finish the summer event today, it's your last day. I think I finished the summer event. You say yes, so we can goon. I finished it. Hop on Dreams. Oh hex nah. Dreams be going insane. What's this?
It's the EVO 2025 Rock, Paper, Scissors Battle. This year sees the return of the Wazzler, and this time he's brought a little hell. Vicious. Yikes. Tasty Steve. And the other guy.
Damn, I got a little scratchy.
Dude, that's the Wazzler! You don't want to mess with him. I heard he wazzled somebody so bad, they refunded Rock, Paper, Scissors. He's never lost a battle, except for that one time we don't talk about.
Oh, come on, man. Get that off the screen. Who wants to see that? Not me.
Oh yeah, there was that other guy too.
Damn.
Tasty Steve is up next, and he means business. Round 2, fight!
Oh. Those gonna keep going. Yeah, had me. I was very invested. For a quick second, I was very invested. Oh no, what the hell is this?
If you bought a $10 beef burger through DoorDash in 2015, it would have cost you $4 in...
Oh no. We're gonna learn more about inflation right now.
Delivery fees. There were no service fees, no regulatory response fees, no express fees, no small order fees, and most importantly, tips were actually optional.
I wish there was a way to know you're in the good old days before you've actually left them.
This was the promise DoorDash sold us, and we bought into the lie. At one point, they were loved by almost everyone, from the restaurants to the Dashers to the customers.
I remember that.
DoorDash would later screw over once they gained enough traction.
Look, I feel like every company does that. When they're first starting, they do this shit where they make you love them, and then they start making you hate them. That's Chipotle for me. I remember when Chipotle was first coming out in NYC chat. When I tell y'all, the serving sizes that they used to give when they first came out was hefty. I remember like when I used to order a burrito in Chipotle back in the day, bro, that burrito was so fucking fat. Fat fucking burrito. I used to munch on that shit. Oh my god, bro. It was like a baby. Like it was just a fat ass burrito. Now, skinny burritos.
What is that? As soon as they crossed 20 million users, overtaking Grubhub to become the largest food delivery company in the US, everything changed. DoorDash
Dep with the Prime, I appreciate you.
priorities shifted from convenience for the customer to market control for the shareholders, and the effect of this shift started with the restaurants they once prided themselves in serving.
We pay too much in commission.
At one point, DoorDash became so aggressive with their business practices that they began threatening restaurants with financial penalties into signing exclusive deals with their apps to stop competitors like Uber Eats from expanding, according to a recent
that's
lawsuit.
crazy.
Restaurants they once pledged to serve had now become a pawn in one big game of Monopoly. By this time, it was no longer about who had the best service for customers and restaurants. It was about war, food delivery war, and restaurants were the first losers. It's important to know that DoorDash isn't the only culprit here. Grubhub, for instance, was caught buying domain names of
They better not show me. They better not show me with my flip-flops, I swear.
all restaurants they worked with so that
those restaurants couldn't get their own business online, basically forcing any restaurant that wanted to get business via people Googling them to work with Grubhub.
And because Grubhub controlled access to millions of customers through their apps, they
Don't
held
do it.
significant leverage,
Don't
allowing
do
them
it.
to force restaurants into unfair arrangements that prioritized Grubhub's profits over everything.
And that is exactly what Grubhub is.
Delivery apps could mark up food prices by outrageous margins, while the restaurants doing the work were hit with steep commission fees. I'm talking 30% of the total order value of a meal goes to the delivery companies at the expense of the business already running on thin margins. In Wall Street Journal's assessment of the issue, they found that restaurants were better off selling in stores than using delivery apps that ate up 40% of their margins.
That's crazy.
The price of convenience.
As a result of these actions, many restaurants are left with the choice of either raising prices to survive or going bankrupt. And if you've ordered food lately, you know which side they're picking.
You know, it's supposed to be cheap.
True. Taco Bell, bro. I remember the Taco Bell crunchy tacos were no cap like $1.30, $1.50. Now every time I go to Taco Bell, a crunchy taco is like $2.50, almost $3. And I'm like, why are the crunchy tacos? I'm not even getting a Supreme. I'm just getting a regular crunchy taco, bro. Mad expensive now. I remember like the time when Taco Bell, bro, you used to order like 5-6 crunchy tacos and that shit was only like $8, bro. You used to feast in Taco Bell. You can't now. You said I just ordered Dunkin' Donuts from DoorDash. Oh no. Dunkin' Donuts at this time? I can't lie. If I also order something from Dunkin' Donuts right now, it'd probably be a sausage, egg on a freaking sausage, egg on a bagel, because I want to be big back. And I get a Boston cream donut.
Quick and an easy option.
Even after accounting for inflation, it now costs
Man,
significantly
let's
more to
not
order
talk
delivery
about the
than it did
delivery
even
price
just
when
five-
ordering from Five Guys.
Yes, I can imagine. Five Guys already as is expensive. Now imagine a delivery fee for Five Guys, and then you got a tip, bro. $30 for a meal in Five Guys plus delivery fee plus tip. You spending about $40, $40 to $43. You said Chinese plates used to be huge back in the day. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. This is just a Chinese spot near my house. No cap. No cap. Hold up. This Chinese lady, every time she see me, I've never seen a Chinese lady, every time she see me, she be cheesing, bro. And then sometimes I'll be like, is she just being nice or is she low-key flirting? You said she hungry? Nah, because look, when other customers are in that bitch, she straight-faced as a motherfucker. They come in, they be like, yo, man, let me get some chicken wings with some fried rice. She be like, okay.
Retro, that one dude in the car with the box of donuts.
Yo, I'm gonna fuck this. I know exactly what you're talking about. That one dude in the car with the box of donuts, he's like, yo, I'm about to fuck this. Yo, every time I come into that Chinese spot, bro, and she in the back, she be looking dead at me, and she be like on some like I don't know, like she be straight up like, and then she like runs up to the front and she's like, how are you? Like mad, like cheesing. And in my face, I'll be like, is she just being nice or is she flirting? Should I flirt back? Like sometimes I'll be like, like I don't even know what to do. Like what am I gonna do? But everybody else that be going in there, I swear, bro, she be straight face as fuck. You said how old is she? I don't know, bro. She might be like late 30s, maybe early 40s. But I think she kind of cute. And it's crazy too because sometimes I be calling the store and the second I be calling the store, she already know what my order is. I'll be like, ring. Second I pick up, she be like, how are you? She be like, you want the white rice with the chicken broccoli, right? I say, yeah. And she be like, okay, I see you. Bye-bye. Yo! Oh my let me get that white rice, chicken, broccoli. You already know what I want. You said it comes with egg what? No. I want no egg what? No egg rolls. But she's sweet. Every time I see her, she be smiling mad hard at me. But then there be a younger dude that be next to her, and sometimes I be like, is that her son? And I don't know if that's her son or if that's a coworker, but he cool as hell too, because from time to time in that Chinese spot where I be getting my food at, I be seeing him with Hunter x Hunter shirts. Sometimes I see him and I be like, yo, bro, I peeped the Hunter x Hunter shirt. He be having Gon and Killua on his shit sometimes. So I'll be like, yo, I peeped this shit. That's a cool ass shirt. I don't know, bro. But she very sweet. Every time I see her, I'll be like, man, you smiling a little too much. I'm about to flirt with you. You said, do you see him sometimes sitting in the back in a table working on homework? Nah, I feel like he definitely graduated school probably. Like he probably like in his mid-20s. Early 20s to mid-20s. You said flirt back? Nah, I get nervous to flirt back. You know why? Because I see the other workers in the back and I don't know if that's her husband. I don't know. I don't want to be like, hey, you look very nice today. And then like one of the guys in the back that be making my food is like, imagine me flirting with dude's wife and the guy that's making my food in the back be like, next time this guy order a chicken broccoli with white rice, I'm about to put some special stank in that shit. Hell no, bro. I gotta keep it professional, bro. I don't know what they're gonna do to my plate if I get disrespectful. Ask some questions that will let you know if she's single. Imagine that dude sees the stream and snitch on your ass. Oh my god, bro. Nah.
Food delivery apps
He nutting in my shit? Oh, hell no.
To sign unfavorable deals to access this market share, only to lock them into exclusive agreements
Hell
to suck
no.
their revenues for life.
That's
But
my
you can
biggest
argue
fear.
What they did to Dashers might be even worse. DoorDash's relationship with its workers has always been blurry. They refuse to call them employees despite wanting to treat them as such, to the point that they were sued over this kind of behavior. But in spite of the lawsuit and backlash from people, they refuse to change it because the benefits of having Dashers work as contractors instead of employees is far greater than the price of any lawsuit. See, Dashers make an average of $20 per hour on a good day before expenses. But because they're not employed by DoorDash, even though many of them only work for the company, get paid by the company, and even get penalized for not taking orders. By labeling them as simply contractors, DoorDash avoids all costs associated with hiring them, like mental health support, health insurance, and better pay. Better pay that only goes to the shareholders, while the Dashers fight for tips to make a livable income, to the point where DoorDash began advising customers to tip to motivate their workers to deliver food.
DoorDash is advising customers to tip their delivery people or expect to wait.
But it's like, that's not fair. Like, we're already paying for our food, right? And we're paying the delivery fee, which sometimes it's absurd, right? Sometimes the delivery fee, I've seen it go like to crazy prices of like $5.99, $6.99 for the delivery fee. So on top of me spending already $20 on something, now I got to spend like $6 for the delivery fee. You know, it's justifiable. Somebody's delivering my shit, right? But then afterwards, then the app tries to guilt trip you and they be like, come on, man. You gonna do 30%, man? You're gonna give them an extra $6? I'm like, bro, $30 for some chicky nuggies and some fries, bro? Like, at this point, Uber Eats was so much for me, like, because I had a Taco Bell near my house. I just said, fuck it. I just started walking to the Taco Bell. I started taking my scooter. I was in my flip-flops, literally using a kick scooter, going straight to the Taco Bell. I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm not ordering Uber Eats anymore.
Delivery service has been testing a warning message for customers who leave a $0 tip at checkout, saying it could take longer to get your food.
Oh, but then I heard, like, let me see if they talk about it here.
That's because delivery drivers are less likely to accept orders without a tip.
You said, look at these rain graphics. Yes, but look, here's my thing, though, Oddity. I can't lie. I do feel more inclined to tip if it's bad weather. But if it's like a regular-ass night, or like if the weather's fine, I'll throw a tip your way. But if it's raining or snowing and a person managed to bring my food in time and the shit's still hot or whatever, I definitely tip them nicely. I'd be like, yo, you brought my shit and my shit is like secure, it's clean. Remember that one day I posted that picture on Twitter where that motherfucker delivered my pizza? That shit looked like out of Spider-Man 2, like Spider-Man was web slinging through the city and rolling with my pizza. My pizza was so fucked up, I gave that guy the fattest 0 tip, and I gave him a thumbs down. I said, fuck you, bro. He fucked up my whole pizza. I don't know if you guys seen that picture, but it's on Twitter.
tip.
At one point, people got so tired of tipping culture that they just stopped. It became such a big problem as workers who rely on tips began blaming customers for a problem DoorDash created.
Why did you need to adjust your tip to make it right?
That shit's crazy. That shit's crazy. It's like, I feel like it's crazy, like, if you don't get tipped nicely, you go back to the person's house to be like, nah, give me a higher tip. I'll be like, nah, bro, you're gonna have to take that with DoorDash or something.
DoorDash and not tip. If you cannot afford to DoorDash, if you cannot afford to tip somebody for picking up your food and dropping it off to you, especially if it's 30 minutes away.
Okay, you see, that's absurd. I feel like that's another thing too. That's why usually whenever I do Uber Eats or DoorDash, I try to pick something that's close. Maximum 10 minutes. I literally look at what's in my vicinity with something that's within like a 5 to 3 block radius, and I'm like, let me get something close. I hate being that person being like, go across town to bring me a pizza. Like, go 5-10 miles away to get me a pizza, and that's absurd. And if you don't tip after that, okay, now you kind of crazy, you know?
Get in your car, don't be lazy, get in your car and go get it yourself.
But in reality, none of the parties were to blame for this. In fact, the main culprit was busy using tips by customers to subsidize their pay.
In other words, if a Dasher was going to make $6 off an order and then you tip them $5, they'd still make $6, but your tip just came out of what DoorDash was going to pay them.
After receiving a lot of
That's
backlash
crazy.
for this model, they introduced a new system that allowed drivers to earn 100% of their tips. All it took was hundreds of headlines calling them out to come to this realization that stealing their workers' money was bad. It got to a point where the job that was supposed to help people survive when they had no job became worse than having no job.
Astar
DoorDash
Flame
took the
says he
unemployed,
never
milked them
tips.
to a point where earning
Yo, speaking of never tipping, bro, my cousin used to make me die laughing when I was a kid. There was a Chinese spot. I think I told you guys the story a bunch of times. There was a Chinese spot that my cousin used to order from. No cap. Every time my cousin ordered delivery, the Chinese guy used to show up in the scooter and drop him off the food. And if my cousin gave him like a $10 bill, right? Sometimes the Chinese people, they would just take a delivery fee sometimes out, right? Like if you're doing a delivery and if it's like $7.50, they sometimes take like 75 cents to like $1, like as kind of like a delivery fee. It's like a New York thing. Yo, my cousin was grimy. My cousin like started counting his money in front of him and he said, hey, where's my 75 cents? And the Asian guy was like, yo, no tip? And my cousin said, hell no, give me back my 75 cents. And the way I looked at my cousin, like, and I was like, bro, never do that shit again. And he's like, why? I was like, nah, bro, you gotta tip these guys because they're the ones that's making your food and they're gonna remember you, bro. They're gonna remember you. I would never do some shit like that. Like if I'm ordering Chinese and the delivery guy brings me my food and he's like within like my neighborhood and shit, I would never not tip them because they making my food. So I told him ever since that, I said, yo, bro, he did it frequently too. Every time they showed up, I heard of like instances of him almost getting into fights with them because he'd be like, yo, give me back my money. And the guy's like, nah, bro, like you gotta tip me. And then my cousin would be like, no, fuck out of here. I'm not tipping you. Give me back my money. I'm paying you $7.50, how much the food costs, and then give me all my money back. And I'm like, nah, you can't do that shit, bro. You're gonna have to tip them. You have to tip them, especially if they're bringing that shit to you every day, bro, because I know they spitting in your food, bro. You say I only do that with my pizza spot, high key. I don't know. I feel like, because my thing is this. I feel like if I'm ordering takeout, delivery, and if I see the same person every day, I have to tip them. I have to. I'll feel grimy if I don't. Especially like if I'm making eye contact with them and I'm like, no tip. I'll feel grimy. It's easier to do that with DoorDash and Uber Eats because it's always a different person. But if it's the same motherfucker coming to your house delivering shit, you have to start tipping them.
80% less than minimum wage became the norm because they wanted to focus on giving customers the best experience possible. At least that's what they claimed in their mission statement. But in reality, the
You start trying to
opposite was
tip
the
more
case
when
for
I know the
customers.
delivery person's going through rough weather. Yeah, I do that
on
too.
Food, on top of add a whole bunch of hitting different fees and service fees and taxes, and it just never made sense. The math never mathed for me. So I don't know why we continue to order off of DoorDash. I don't understand.
Mitchie made this video when she noticed something peculiar with her order. Her total price for lunch came out to $107, despite her meal costing only $87. But here's where it gets interesting. When she called Chili's to place the order directly, it was only $69, $74 if you add taxes. DoorDash had inflated the price to increase their profit margins at the expense of the customer.
Right? That was a $33.38 difference. That's a huge difference. That's gas in the tank. That's my kid lunch money for the week, okay? That's a whole nother 2 or 3 meals.
For food you can make
True.
at home for 1/10 the price, DoorDash has made us comfortable with the idea that paying more is better. And if you think DoorDash is the only app doing this, well, Grubhub, Uber Eats, and even apps outside the food delivery ecosystem like Lyft are implementing the same strategy. Talking about strategies, I'm working on one where I can post...
Uber has this shit called Uber One. Uber One is the biggest scam I've ever had, and I legitimately had that Uber One subscription shit for like a good 6 months to almost like probably 6 to 9 months. Bro, the one good thing about Uber One is that you do get kind of prioritized and they do bring you your meal faster, but the savings in totality sometimes, like there's times where they'd be like, you saved $1.50, and I'm like, is this really worth getting Uber One? Oh, you saved $2. I'm like, that's it? Bitch, I'm trying to save $5. You say it's low-key a scam sometimes? It is. One good thing though is that if your meal does come back and I think you have Uber One, they instantly reimburse you though. Like I remember one time like some shit was fucked up and I was like, nah, give me a refund. Instantly they were like, no problem. You want it back on your card or you want it in your account? And I said, yo, put it in my account so I could like order some shit in another time. But other than that, I feel like the savings is not too crazy.
Every week once I get to 100,000 subscribers. So please subscribe to help me reach my crazy goal before the end of the year. Thanks a bunch. In Seattle, new regulations were put in place to stop food delivery apps from exploiting their workers by paying them fair wage. In response to this law, DoorDash hiked their service fees for customers and blamed the law for raising prices. They even released a press statement explaining the decision, claiming it was made to protect their Dashers and customers.
Right.
DoorDash has positioned itself in such a way that allows them to survive easily without taking the blame for anything from production to delivery. Is your food too expensive? Blame the restaurant. Your delivery came 45 minutes late? Blame the Dasher. It's like a business where there is no room for accountability.
Oh,
but the worst part is with all the money they're pulling from restaurants, drivers, and customers combined, you'd assume they'd be making fuck you money by now.
Absolutely not.
This whole thing isn't really sustainable.
Between 2019 to 2023, DoorDash lost over $3.5 billion.
Damn.
That's $880 million per year on average, burnt to keep the business alive. Uber Eats lost over $1.8 billion at their peak, and Grubhub lost so much money that their owner Just Eat had to sell them for a 90% loss. To a startup. It is because of these consistent losses that they can't really pay their Dashers well, because frankly, if all their Dashers earned a better wage, the company would go bankrupt in months. Just take a look at the numbers. There are over 7 million drivers on the platform alone. Teach Me Delivery found that many Dashers were making $8.21 per hour before tips. That's $1 above the minimum wage. If DoorDash pays their workers a fairly better wage for every hour spent on the road, that action alone could double, triple, or even 10 times.
Nah, you know what? That's kind of true. Because then think about it. If you make like an hourly wage, right? Which like I think, what is it in New York? The minimum in New York is like what, $15 an hour? You could just imagine people not really working. They're just driving around with the Uber app, probably like doing one order an hour, getting $15 an hour. So they could try to like finesse the system. We had $16.50. Shit, man.
Their losses in months. That's why most Dashers rely heavily on tips to make a livable income, and not the company itself.
51% of their income on every delivery, on average, is coming from the customer tip.
The apps wanted to lower costs by paying workers less, but they didn't want to lose workers, so they started encouraging customers to tip more, so the workers wouldn't see as much of a drop in pay.
But yo, I ain't gonna lie. I know it's gonna sound like an asshole thing to say though, but then it's like one of those things where it's like, as a worker, when you realize like you're in a scenario like that where you're like, yo, this shit is not sustainable enough, you have to try to find another job. You have to try to find, or at least try to learn another skill that could potentially make you, you know, more money. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like if you're a waiter at a restaurant. I heard waiters, like their hourly pay is like $2 an hour, and then they also depend on tips at, in restaurants. It's one of those things where it's like, yo, when you realize, damn, bro, I'm not making bread off this, you have to try your hardest to be like, let me get the fuck out of here. Let me leave. Let me try to learn something new so I can make more money. You know? But it's hard, man.
Here's how the pay breaks down before and after the changes. For DoorDash, base...
You said base pay is 49%. Oh, this is in 2019. Base pay... Oh, Uber Eats was doing good. Base pay was 71%. Customer tips 20...
Pay decreased to 48.2%, and customer tips increased to make up 51.8% of drivers' total pay. Uber Eats had an even bigger jump in customer tips, jumping almost 30%.
2024 was the first year ever that DoorDash made a profit in over a decade, and the only reason for this $100 million was because they increased their delivery fees in various cities despite public outrage, meaning more customers had to pay more money for the same meal, so investors can finally put food on their table.
But it's like... that does suck. I'm not gonna lie that you have to pay more money for food, but then that's why it's convenience. It's convenience overall. That's why, like I said, it's better off to just walk or I mean, drive your car. If you don't have a car, take your bike. Me, that's why I'll just do that thing. Plus, you'll burn a little extra calories. Fuck it. Just go walk to the store, get your food. You spend way less, and then you can just walk back home. It's cheaper, and at least, like, you know, you're not getting that crazy increase.
But you could argue that DoorDash needs to make profit just to survive, fighting off competition, navigating city regulations, and dealing with
Having a
growing public
personal
scrutiny
taxi
as more apps like them
for your
compete
burrito
for the
should be-
N-word. Some
should
publications call
probably
it the
cost
Hunger
more,
Games,
true.
but you should know it's more than that. These companies are fighting tooth and nail to be Gen Z's favorite delivery app, as they recognize the generation is heavily dependent on buying food. Over 60% of Gen Z are afraid of cooking, and 40% said they can't fry eggs. You may have heard people use the term.
I already got one up on them, bro. They're scared of frying egg. Me, you know what's crazy? I don't even like to fry eggs because I ended up realizing, bro, like how much calories and how much saturated fats is in canola oil. I used to like to fry my eggs until like I saw like when I like picked up a canola oil bottle and it's just like so much fucking calories in a teaspoon of oil. I was like, fuck this shit. I just boil my shits. I just boil my eggs. I'm just gonna boil them, peel the shits, and then just eat them. You said frying eggs? Are you for real? I fry my eggs sometimes. You say you use olive oil? You can use olive oil to, I don't like using oil too much. I just boil them. But frying an egg is easy. God damn. Gen Z don't know how to fry an egg?
I can't cook. It's a stark reflection of the generation's reliance on already existing systems, either because of fear or anxiety, and companies are well aware of this.
I don't cook. I'm a white wave girl. I can cook tacos and pasta.
That girl cannot cook. On average, people spend $1,500 a year on food delivery services. That's $125 a month, with each order costing about $35 on the low end. This means that
there's
many people
hair
order
in the
approximately
eggs!
4 times per month, dedicating around 3.7% of their annual income to having meals brought to their doorstep. And that's just for the average financially literate consumer. If you go down the rabbit hole, you'll find people spending crazy amounts of money, splitting DoorDash payments, and almost ruining their finances for food delivery.
In the past 4 months across DoorDash and Uber Eats, I have spent over $2,000.
DoorDash particularly has been working.
You bugging. 2 bands? That's insane. So you must be comfy. He must be ordering Uber Eats and DoorDash for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like the only time I would ever order Uber Eats is in the evening if I came back after a long day's work and I'm like, yo, I'm hungry and I don't really want to cook shit. Then I order Uber Eats in the evening. Other than that, I ain't doing that shit. You said that's more than minimum wage a month? You can use Klarna on DoorDash soon, I think. Oh, that's insane. 4 for 4 payments on Uber Eats is insane.
Working hard over the years to not just be number one, but completely own the food delivery industry. They bought other food delivery apps like Deliveroo for $3 billion and Wolt for $7 billion to expand their reach and secure global market share before competitors. First, they build an app that everyone loves. Then they fight tooth and nail to monopolize the industry, buying out companies across the world to lock out competition. Then they start raising prices steadily once no one else is left, leaving everybody trapped in their ecosystem since there's nowhere else to go. Food delivery companies claim they're always working to improve the customer experience, but at this point, I'm stuck between believing them or the government about Epstein. But there's good news, because for the first time in a long time, public awareness is outweighing media buying, because nobody's buying into DoorDash's crap anymore.
Because tell me why there was a $4 delivery fee, there was over $8 in other fees and taxes, which, what the fuck are the other fees? I have no clue, because I'll never say it. And then the tip, that shit added up to basically $30. I was like,
Yeah, look, service fee. That, they love saying service fee and you don't know what that is. It'd be like subtotal, right? Then delivery fee. You see, look, minus $3.99. The delivery fee is not $4, it's 99 cents. So you thinking, damn, bro, I don't even got to give that much for the delivery fee. Then they hit you with the service fee. Why is the service fee $13? Then the taxes is $6. I'm already off of service and tax $20. And then look at the tips. $16.50, $18.50, or $20 tip. God damn.
I ordered $12.
Then you get the 2.99 fee, because fuck you, why not?
Yo, it's insane, bro. That's insanity. Noah, that's insanity. Thank you, man. Thank you for the biddies. Thank you, Noah.
Upcharge you like a motherfucker.
To help spin this narrative, they've turned to influencers. And while sponsorships aren't a bad thing, as many creators need it to survive, including me, there is a strong push against influencers promoting food delivery apps to their audience, especially on TikTok.
Have you heard of DashPass by DoorDash?
No, I haven't. What is that?
This was a video by Brad, a TikTok frugal influencer who had taught his audience for years to be smart with money. As expected, the ad did not resonate well with them the first time, but I assume his contract was for 2 videos, because despite the pushback, he made another for DoorDash Pass.
If you need a ride, DashPass by DoorDash helps you get cheaper rides with Lyft. Every DashPass member gets 5% off on-demand Lyft rides and 10% off scheduled airport Lyft rides.
Which just caused more pushback, because as I said, his content is all about saving money. So advertising DoorDash, a service that facilitated overspending, was, as many put it, very off-brand, leading to
I was about to say this comment. I'm like, it's one of those things where it's like, damn, I know people would be upset, but it is one of those things where it's like, damn, bro, get your bag. Like, sometimes people on the internet, they would come after people like, yo, how could you? I'll be like, but then I feel like maybe it's because of the type of content he was pushing. Because if it's like Bella Porch, for example, they wouldn't get as mad. But his whole thing surrounding saving money.
They take into factors like, oh, we have filled all these orders in the bag, etc. It's all frivolous shit that would make the customer pissed if they saw it on checkout, I'm guessing.
Yeah. It'd probably be like just like you said, oh, since we put the order in the bag and then we put it nicely in a cup holder in the shelf, that's the service fee. Like $10 service fee.
Classic apology video.
Hey guys, I know we need to talk because there was a sponsored post that I made recently and it got quite a variety of reactions.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
Lapse of my judgment.
And I don't expect to be forgiven.
The creator may have given the classic apology to his supporters, but it highlights a very real problem with influencers willing to look the other way over the practices they preach when they're financially motivated. I'm just glad he came to the realization soon and set things straight with his audience fast.
It's never fun to feel like a letdown to people or to disappoint people, and I know I did.
But DoorDash and friends know that there are many other creators on TikTok, Instagram, or even YouTube who would accept a quick check to go against their audience, intentionally or unintentionally. Remember that DoorDash started because many restaurants didn't have the logistics in place to handle food delivery. Probably only pizza places focused on delivery when other restaurants were doing drive-thru. But that's not the case anymore. According to a survey by UpMenu, 70% of people now prefer to order directly from the restaurant to purposely bypass DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub.
That's good. I'm telling you, that's the wave now. Before, people were getting too comfortable and they're like, let me just order everything delivery. But then when you realize how much more money you're saving by just going there and just getting it, you'd be like, fuck that DoorDash shit.
People are not cutting out the middleman they're cooking at home, as the desire to relearn lost habits is on the rise again. If you go to YouTube or TikTok, you'll find cooking tutorials with millions of views, as the desire for food recipes and cookbooks are making a comeback.
Lovely. Nice and creamy. Now,
paying a delivery fee, we screwed up fee, and a service fee, which can add up to almost double the cost of the meal itself, is not what many people signed up for, especially when you consider the fact that these payments are just going to the middleman and not the people doing the work of making the food or delivering it. Not to say that food delivery is completely useless, but it's a case of fixing yourself into a situation, screwing everyone else only to demand more pay from both sides of the table. DoorDash on one end is fighting through lawsuit upon lawsuit. Just a few months ago, they were ordered to pay back over $16 million in settlement for the Dashers they wronged between 2017 and 2019.
Damn.
The Attorney General, who fought to secure this settlement for the people, Attorney General James, said she wanted a system where there could be full transparency in DoorDash's payment practices moving forward. Over 63,000 drivers who delivered food for DoorDash during this period are eligible to get back what was taken from them as a result of this settlement. As regulations grow tighter and tighter, food delivery companies are forced to treat customers better, pay drivers fair wages, and honestly, it feels like nothing can ever go wrong from here.
Until
DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub realizes that the one set of people causing their problems in the first place are the contractors. They're both a cost to be minimized and commodities that can be easily replaced. If they can cut out the middleman, they would not just be saving themselves from countless future lawsuits, but also saving themselves from higher costs. DoorDash is launching drones with their partner Flytrex to deliver food faster and more efficiently without the need of Dash.
Oh man, they doing that Amazon shit, so they're getting the robots to do it instead?
Go, take it off.
Uber Eats is pushing more and more for self-driving cars capable of taking food from restaurants directly to customers, as they believe it takes human error out of the equation.
Today says it takes the human error out of the equation.
And there's Grubhub. It seems the cycle never ends, but that's a story for another day. You've been watching Internet Education. Feel free to subscribe if you'd like to support the mission of making...
Basically, that's what's gonna happen, bro. They're gonna say, yo, fuck the robots. And then it's gonna get to a point, not fuck the robots, fuck the humans. And then it's gonna get to a point where we're gonna see those robots in the street delivering food, and we're just gonna steal from them.
Get these clankers off my street, bro.
These clankers, get these fucking clankers. Yo, the smart detect. You said okay. This bro said kill all of them. All right, man. We don't gotta kill the robots. We don't gotta kill the robots. Man. Oi. Kill the clankers. The clankers are gonna die. We head into Wally future. A Wally future. Hell no, you keep sending me TikTok links. Black Boy Max left FaZe Clan? Say on God. He says spot open.
I can't fully go into depth while I'm leaving FaZe. I can't fully go into depth. But yes, I'm leaving FaZe.
I ain't gonna lie. This gonna sound crazy, but this a W on his part because I feel like him and the whole 5-star thing that he got going on is bigger than FaZe Clan already. I ain't gonna lie. So him leaving FaZe Clan and then him doing his own shit with the 5-star is he already on that. He don't need FaZe at this point. Maybe he could still collaborate, you know, with Jason the Ween, Silky, and all the other people. You said, what does FaZe even do anymore? Bro, they just do content house stuff, but I feel like he has his own thing going, though. Let me see.
But yes, I'm leaving FaZe. Like I just said, I can't fully go into depth while I'm leaving FaZe, but I am leaving, and I'm ready to, you know, embark on my journey. And work the hardest I ever have in my career to do whatever I got to do to make 5-star the biggest shit possible, make myself the biggest shit possible. Just keep working like we have for the past 4 years. Anyone that's been watching me for a while, yeah, I know I was never, like I always said, there's old clips where y'all niggas thought I got. Because I'm like, I never joined a group, etc. Ended up joining a group, and I'm going to be honest, it's one of the best decisions I ever made in my life, joining FaZe, like, for sure.
Damn, his chat calling him a sellout? Nah, I ain't gonna lie though. I feel like he don't need FaZe, bro. And then after the shit that happened with FaZe Banks, now FaZe Banks is being, you know, in that controversy again where people are talking about, bro, weren't you advertising a bunch of cryptocurrencies and shit, which is kind of true. He was one of those people that was advertising a bunch of cryptocurrencies. Oh, buy this crypto coin. Oh, save the children token and shit. And people brought that shit up again, and then he had to leave FaZe. You said FaZe Banks was always a scummy guy? Yeah, bro, because he been in too much shit like that. Especially during like that time where like everybody was pushing a bunch of crypto coins and then they were doing a bunch of pump and dumps.
Like, this shit changed my life. I'm gonna keep it a buck. It did.
Everybody think it's a script. I don't know what it is. But it's like,
and I know this shit probably hitting y'all like, what the fuck, this out of nowhere. Like, we got all this shit coming up.
Everybody in this chat's like,
some
you not
shit that was
fooling me.
sitting with me for a little that I really had to battle in my head. I'm gonna keep it a buck and just figure out what's going on. Like I said, I can't really go into depth on the details and shit that happened behind the scenes or whatever. So yeah, and I know there's like, it's gonna feel like a gap of information. Like, what I'm trying to understand. I understand that, and I apologize to y'all for that. But yeah, like, joining this group was one of the best things that ever happened to me.
Damn.
I enjoyed my time here. I built relationships and bonds with people that hopefully last a lifetime. You feel me? To all the boys, I became family with niggas. Like, I consider niggas family for real. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Damn, bro. So what's gonna happen now, dude? What's going to happen now? Oh, he posted this shit 7 hours ago. Left at FaZe Clan. Your Rage confirms Plaqueboy Max has officially left FaZe, and that Max tweet wasn't a troll, and he says that he'll always have love for him. Damn. You said did Rage leave? No, I think Rage is still in it, but I think he's just recovering from like a knee surgery. That's crazy. He said randomly decided to leave FaZe on a random Tuesday. The same day he announced that he was going to go live. Randomly booked a white room in a warehouse to go live the same day. Magically built a setup in the white room. Almost laughed while fake crying. Brazzers is hiring Plaqueboy. Okay, man. Get these motherfuckers out of here, dude. He said Brazzers is hiring him. Why would Brazzers?
When the bugs.
Oh, I already saw this trailer. Cypher, you late. We saw the Fortnite trailer. That shit is amazing. That shit is amazing. That shit is amazing. Bro, where's the YouTube trending tab? You said, so when's the Fortnite stream happening? I have no clue, bro. I have no clue. I have no clue. I have no clue. There's no more news, bro? There's no more news? Let's get right into the news. Short stream, he said. That's true. I did say short stream. Grand Blue characters? Bro, I don't give a flying fuck about Grand Blue, but let me see what Grand Blue has to show me. Oh, the Grand Blue Fantasy Rising. What they got?
Wilmus, the Vermilion coming through.
Wilmus?
Have at you! Restraint is not my strong suit. Delightful!
That guy is huge.
Good, good! Now we're talking. Hope you like your finishers. Well done!
Ooh.
Who wants seconds?
Damn. 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 Bam.
Hungry for more?
God damn. Oh my god. Yo. He did the dynamic entry ass kick as the dragon. You saw how much bigger he was right here?
Maximum heat.
Dynamic entry ass kick. Look at the size of the dragon, and he's like the size of his toe. Damn. You see that's the Kamen Rider kick? Look at the little premium avatar. That's so funny. Nice. Here begins fate.
I've heard tell that Auguste is home to many a delicacy, but to bring me a shark, how rare! How curious!
Ursula's not an ingredient to be cooked. She's family. Could this be my chance to get rid of her? Finally, I'll have Meg all to myself! Mari, help me. What?
What the fuck is this?
Convince him! Okay.
This October, the summer bite returns. What the fuck? This shit is silly, bro. This shit is silly. You said if I pre-downloaded? Hell no, I didn't pre-download it. You know, how many gigs is it? Let me see. Let me see the open beta. Ready or not, here I come. 33 gigs? Ouchie. When's the beta? I have no clue. Ready or not. This also happened second time. Now I've seen a family member do this gross shit to someone they lost. Oh no. What is it? Former CNN host Jim Acosta giving an interview to an AI version of a deceased victim to push guns. What? I would like to know what your solution would be for the gun violence. AI? Great question. I believe in a mix of stronger gun control laws, mental health support, and community engagement. So they use their son that's passed away as an AI.
I would like to know what your solution would be for gun violence.
Great question. I believe in a mix of stronger gun control laws, mental health support, and community engagement. We need to create safe spaces for conversations and connections, making sure everyone feels seen and heard.
Crazy. That's crazy. That's insane. The early access is for EA publishers. Oh no. Ready or not, here I come. Yeah, this AI shit is getting out of control. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. So we just turning dead people into, oh no. Oh no. That's what I feel like. I feel like it's weird when you do that shit. It just comes off as weird. Says Warner Brothers learn nothing from failure, hire for new DC live service. Yo, Young, yeah, bro. Young, yeah. I love his content, but sometimes bro be yapping. Like, I feel like Young, yeah, can make a video like 10 minutes and he'll make the video 23 minutes because he's saying the same shit over and over like 8 times. You see, the first time I seen this was family making an AI version of the murder victim and I had to forgive the murder in court. This shit is so gross, but that's weird. Kless says, I like booty. Don't we all, bro? Don't we all, Kless? Movies and TV. Let's see if there's any new movie trailers coming out. Ghost in the Shell 2.0. Oh, hell no. Where are the trailers? Shit is so fucking gross. This is one movie with Brendan Fraser that I'm interested in. You said Retro looking for a new sponsor ad right now? No, you know what's crazy? I should look for one. Give me a second. You know what's crazy? I missed out on so much sponsorship just because I just haven't been streaming. No kizzy. I missed out on so much easy sponsorships I could have done. I just not be streaming. You know what? There was a sponsorship that I could have done that had to do with Tony Hawk Pro Skater, and I didn't do that shit. And I know I would have been nasty in Tony Hawk, bro. I know I would have been nasty. You guys saw the Sonic the Hedgehog butters, bro? Yo, I would rock these shits in NYC. Sonic the Hedgehog butters? This is clean, bro. Like, let me get some of these. You see that image was all over my feed? Bro, it's Sonic butters. Cosmograph talking about Tribe Tower 1000. That motherfucker worked for the company. He's a super whale.
Link this the movie I wanna see Rent a Girlfriend but better.
Uh-oh.
The market here isn't the same anymore. It's half the rate, twice the work. But I got you a gig and the pay is actually pretty good.
What's my part? So, what do you think we do here?
We sell emotion.
How?
We play roles in the clients' lives. Parents, siblings, boyfriends, girlfriends,
Hand-ass
best
baby
friends,
sound effect.
and help them connect to what's missing.
Yeah, I'm just an actor. I don't know how to help people.
What I'm offering here is a chance to play roles with a real meaning.
What do you need me for?
We need a token white guy.
You gonna be the
This
toothpaste
girl
man?
needs a father.
Hi, Mia. I'm your father.
I'm your father.
Hello, Mia. I'm your father.
I hate you.
She hates me.
It's what being a parent is. You could live in this country for 100 years, and there will still be things you won't understand.
Why do you do this?
Sometimes the story we tell ourselves becomes the truth. To her parents, you are her husband.
This look like a I'ma make you cry kind of movie.
I think they've been waiting for you their whole lives. And what you'll discover is that they stay with you.
Rental family.
This is amazing.
It's cool, but it's fake.
You know, sometimes it's okay to pretend.
November 21st. Oh, this looks nice. That look like a nice movie. A nice movie that'll make me tear up type shit. Brendan Fraser's been in his bag. Damn.
Yo, what's good, guys? I just got
Oh,
here.
hell no.
I did not
Hell
take
no.
a shit yet. Chill
Tainted,
stream,
if this shit longer than
iceberg,
10 minutes,
Snyder cut.
I'm cutting
Jack
this
off and
shit.
Dicekster. Anyways, watch this cool shit at 6 hours 56 minutes link.
Oh, okay, it's a guy streaming. Wait, he got the record? When they do that jump grab shit.
Come on. Come the fuck
Don't fall off, please.
on!
What was the record? Best possible time is the 23. 21.
Yes, man!
47-21. He got 16 star.
Didn't I tell you we were gonna be glorious? Holy shit! Did
So
I not
long
call
game
my own
behind
fucking shot?
Oh, it's a,
Like
it's a
the man
PB.
that I fucking am! It takes real fucking guts, man!
Bro, I wish I could learn how to do this 16 star shit. But I ain't gonna lie, that's gonna take too much time and dedication. And me not working. That's what it's gonna take. 16 stars. 70 star. Oh, that's a 70 star? I saw his live. Oh shit. Isn't 70 star? No. Why you sainted now? Because he's a saint. He's a saint. Because he's a freaking saint. That's why. Superman changed him? You said the forbidden words. He said Superman. Oh! There's 70 star, 120 star. Bro, we need a new Ape Escape. That's what we need. We need a new Ape Escape. Oh, man. You said Jack Off and Dixter. Hell no. Hell. Oh, we could play Jack Off and Dixter in Dreams. We could play Jack Off and Dixter in Dreams. Jack Off and Dixter at home.